Namaste, Jai Bharat. When we say that Pakistan is a jihadi terrorist country, many people will find it not so easy to believe in. Now, there's an explicit example that's right in front of you now through their army man, Field Marshal Asim Munir. This man goes to US and speaks. Look at that. He is going to another nation. See, the United States of America. He sits there and says he will nuclear Bharat. We don't know or what. They have been speaking about nuclear arsenal, and then he says that we may get ourselves destroyed, but we will take half the world with us. Yes, this precisely is the jihadi attitude. And America, Trumpian mind, supports this thing. Look at that. Why did America facilitate a jihadi to sit in their soil and speak against another nation that we will annihilate ourselves, but we will take half the world with us. We will nuke. We will nuclear. Now, one thing. The Trump doesn't know anything about the statecraft, I'm sure. There must be some universities in the US who teach Greek philosophy. Let him learn at least from Plato and Aristotle. He doesn't have to learn Sanskrit to learn Chanakya, Acharya Vishnugupta. He need not to study the philosophy of Bharat, but at least look at the Greek philosophy, which is relatively simple. And Plato, Aristotle, learn from them. They are statesmen. Most of them, Greek philosophers mostly speak of statecraft, not really metaphysics, ethics focused, but they focus on statecraft. Look at all the Greek philosophers, even Pythagoras. People thought that he is a demigod because of his ability with statecraft. So let Donald Trump study Greek philosophy, at least Plato and Aristotle, to speak about statecraft and national relations, international relations, all kinds of things. That's one thing, an advice for him. If he learns, well and good. But he doesn't understand. All that he understands is trade. Trade, like the Arabs used to do better trading. The Arabs used to do better trading with Bharat. In those days, in ancient times I'm talking about, Phoenicians used to do better trading. Roman galleys used to come to Bharat. But then this man learned trading yesterday. And he thinks he's a great trader. Even that is truly not the case. He must have made money, must have been very successful in making money at this period in time, this point in time. But that's not necessarily always the case. So Pakistan's point, jihadis they are. And Asim Munir is really jihadi when he speaks about, I'll annihilate half of the world, I'll take everyone with us, I'll die. This precisely is what the jihadi does. This is what the jihadi terrorist does. He puts bombs around his body, go and blast himself. He dies obviously, and he doesn't mind dying because for him, his heaven is guaranteed with the 72 whores and all stories of rivers of wine and all kinds of things. Though the rivers don't intoxicate and the whores are eunuchs, that this man doesn't understand, but he goes for that. So, say that Pakistan is a terrorist state and jihadi state, and Asim Munir is just a specimen. And look at the situation in United States. They let this man speak about this kind of things. Standing in, if it is you come to my house and speak ill of my neighbor, I shall not support it ideally. But you allow. Trump is allowing this man to blabber on his right from his house. Who speaks what of whom consider? Whose name gets spoiled? Consider. Munir can blabber anything, and because he would say that, you know why? Because Pakistan has never made any nuclear weapons. They can't even make soap boxes, and you think they make nuclear weapons? Absolutely not. It's not a matter of joke. They cannot. US has made their secret nuclear deposits dump. They call it a stockpile. In the ordinary Second World War language, we used to call it bomb dump. Bombs are dumped in particular areas, which is some kind of black blast protection devices around. Normally sand, concrete and sand. So this they have got this stockpile there. Americans' nuclear weapons are stocked in Pakistan under the supervision of Americans, and Pakistani cannot operate. He cannot even put the warhead on a missile. He cannot even get a missile takeoff. Last time they tried it, the missile fell down in Karachi and people fled. Somewhere near Karachi, I don't know exactly this place. And people fled. And these people are, if they go to the extent of saying that we will nuclear Bharat, then they cannot operate nuclear. That's evident that America is doing it for them. They have been doing it for these people. And then you speak about terrorism. See, double standards is one thing. We can understand. Such blatant double standards of being extremely one-sided at the cost of somebody else is a matter of shame. On any state, either you declare explicitly that we are not with you, we are not your friend, or you behave yourselves. Behave yourselves. This is to yours. You say one thing, do exactly the opposite of it, and then pretend to be the other way. Now, who are you trying to cheat? You think the world is fooled? They don't understand things. Everyone understands everything. And no one is speaking doesn't mean that no one wants to speak. No one is speaking because everyone is waiting for an opportunity to speak. And who will build the cat? Now Bharat will build the cat. We will create opportunities where others can also speak. No one wants to antagonize. That's their goodwill. Not that they are afraid. It's in nature. It's in one's nature not to fight unnecessarily. And this man's, he is in nature, he wants to fight with people and then prove that he is a peacemaker. How can he be a peacemaker? He must be a pieces maker. Look at what happened to Ukraine. You instigated Ukraine. You made them fight with Russia. Now they say, which Ukraine? We don't know anything. But the time comes, they let you down. Yeah, they let us down. During the Kargil conflict, they refused to give us things that we needed, like support that we needed, like GPS. We had to make our own satellite system now. We have made it. That's how Bharat develops more. Because the world corners us, pushes us to that extent where we are forced to invent our own things, and we have that potentiality, which I need not to say, which is demonstrated to the world in front of you. Many things like that. They were starting from cryogenic engine, supercomputer to cryogenic engine, all those things. We have to make it because you people cheat. You say, at the right time comes, they'll step back. Let you down. They let you down. That's what US is. And Asim Munir is an idiot in any case. Most Pakistanis don't use their brains. Their brains are employed either in the knees or in the ankles. He goes and sits there and blabbers, speaks so big. Now, speaking big for who? Others don't understand. Maybe that he speaks good for himself, to satisfy himself as though he is something. Of course, to his people he becomes something. That's precisely what he wants. That's precisely what he wants. He wants to become, of course, authority of Pakistan for some time, and the day his time is over, mark my words, he will take his properties already there in some countries, I don't know, some other countries other than Pakistan, mostly in Western world, European world, etc. So the moment his time is up, he is least bothered of Pakistan. He will flee Pakistan to whichever is his destination. I do not know. He should know better. I am not interested in finding out even. Somewhere it will be. But this is for sure. Somewhere he will flee. He will go. These people don't love their land. These people use their land to make money. These people are not religious. They use religion like an ATM machine. They just are so self-seeking and trying to live in whichever possible luxury possible without making any effort. And Trump, of course, blindly supports such people because Trump uses them. Trump wants scapegoats like Vladimir Zelensky. Trump wants scapegoats. US generally wants scapegoats, and Trump wants more so. So he catches this Asim Munir, asks him come and have food with me. You should give him pork, bacon. Should give him some kind of food. Let's see, he would eat that also. I'm sure he would. They have no self-respect. Self-respect is something else which comes through culture and tradition, which they don't have. So Pakistan is jihadi terrorist state, and Asim Munir is an excellent example of jihadi. We will die. We will all annihilate ourselves, but we will take half the world with you. What kind of logic is this? Is it not jihadi terrorism? Precisely jihadi terrorism, and now you don't need anything more to call Pakistan as a jihadi terrorist state. What more is further requisite to call Pakistan a jihadi terrorist state? And that's it. If you want to call, you call, otherwise enjoy the aftermath of the way you support these people. And tomorrow you yourself will cry, they did this to us. And these people do all kinds of things to us, and they still support them because they want to use them against somebody. These people are temporarily handy, temporarily useful. Against somebody, use them, but you forget that the ghost, the evil, is already out of the pot, and you're not going to control them anymore. They're uncontrollable by themselves. There's nothing and no one that can control them. That they will do destruction, devastation. You will also get it. Your people will suffer for your follies, egocentrism, short-sightedness, and impulsive minus intellect. Impulsive minus IQs. We shall meet again. Namaste. Jai Bharat, Jai Sri Ram.